In other words, the pace of how vigil, for, I guess we can use that word, the vigil that happens around a child's body, whether it's in their home or in a hospital setting, really is driven by family needs and is respected by the team, and we continue to talk about it. And if many, many hours have passed, again, that's where those statements of how do you see the next afternoon going, or, to try to understand who else might need to be here. And I've learned in some cases that I remember getting called into situations like, Kathie, we don't know, they're still in there. And it seems like we did, we did handprints and footprints and hand molds and all the things, and we said the words, but they're still waiting. And it's in those moments I learned, oh, so-and-so's coming, they're flying in, and we just forgot to ask about who else is supposed to be here. So making that space, so that's one thing, I guess, just making and honoring as a team and a family together the time that's needed to accomplish. And again, most families don't know exactly what they need until they're in that moment. So we have to be able to shift and be a part of it. The most kind of, I'll use the word tender again, but it's more than tender, just poignant is how we anticipate together when the parents will part from their child's body. I think that's been one of the most meaningful spaces I've ever been allowed into with families. And usually those kind of discussions unfold as we're in the moments, and saying, as you anticipate leaving, again, those questions, what do you hold in mind with doing? What are you thinking about? I remember one dad who said to me, he was just thinking of memories. And he said, you know what I'm going to miss, Kathie? I would put her on my shoulder and carry her up to bed every night. This was a toddler who had died. I'm never going to get to do that again. And I just listened. And then time came. We were talking about parting from her body. The funeral home was going to be coming. And I remembered that, and I said to him, some families, it's important that they help with that transition of their child's body to the funeral director. Would that be something you wanted to be a part of? And his eyes lit up. And he said, it'd be like I'm tucking her in bed one more time, right? I could do that. And it was humbling and heartbreaking, because he was, sobbing the whole way. He was in his feelings, in his moment, treasuring that. Who knows what, that's the beauty of ritual too, right? It's connecting with what was the past, grounding you in the moment, and preparing you for the future. So who knows all that he was holding in mind and heart, sharing that story for that aspect of, there may be things that in caring for your child's body, maybe, what you did was you always kiss those little feet after a bath, or, maybe there's things like that would be important for you to do with no one else around seeing, but you need to do it, and to say, I need the space to make those things happen in those tender moments.